Ladies and gentlemen, I was playing a little bit of Shao Kahn in training mode, who I think is one of the most enjoyable characters to play in this game. He's just so much fun, and I've always been a big Shao Kahn fan. I mean, look at my skin. God, it looks so good. But I was really thinking about a few things and a few ways that Shao Kahn could improve. Not that he needs to too much. I think there's still a lot of potential with this character. I think that, you know, he's really solid. There's not really too much to complain about. But the sad thing is, when you really look at it realistically, Combo Breaker just passed, and in the entire top 128, I think there was one Shao Kahn player who was Jackal. Great Shao Kahn player. I think he was in top 64. After that, we did not see any more Shao Kahn players. Not even as a secondary pick, not as a third pick, not as a fourth. None of that. Shao Kahn was just gone. We even saw more Kanos. We saw more Devoras, who we really thought were like the very bottom of the pit. Which really kind of puts things into perspective a little bit for now, right? And the only thing I can really refer back to is, you know, Sonic Fox tier list, which we'll talk about, which I want to talk about is this forward 3. But some of the strengths of Shao Kahn, obviously, are, let me set him to, some of the strengths of Shao Kahn, just like really, you know, oh my god, just as I say, is really easy to do. You gotta just micro walk a little bit. Just really easy to do strings, right? 2-bar combo mid-screen, 40% already. If I'm in the corner, for example, for 1 bar, I could probably do that same amount. Yeah. 1 bar, pretty much 40%. I could have burned a bar to really hit that 40, 100%. And I'm not even using any crushing blows or fatal blows in there, which really shows the potential of this character. And obviously solid normals. Like, this sweep is ridiculous too. This goes really, really far. Good back 3. Now, the one thing that I was really, you know, thinking about and practicing, which is what a lot of top players are talking about, which honestly I have not seen too much of in really used in competitive play, is the use of this forward 3 and hit confirming this forward 3 into special moves. Now, it's an amazing normal. Obviously, you have to use it with Shao Kahn. It goes into the forward 3-4, and then you can end it off with a grab. This is the only way to really end off this combo, and you have to give up whatever side that you were pushing the opponent towards. So if you're doing this in the corner and you want to finish the combo, you have to go into this. This move is not special move cancelable. So your only real option is to obviously just hit confirm off this forward 3. Now, the way you practice this, I'm probably going to drop this a few times because it's late, all right? Now we're going to go normal block, and then you want to go on random attack. So you want to hit confirm. You want to buffer it. So see, it's not coming out there because there you go. There, I hit confirmed it. So I'm pressing forward 3, and I'm doing back forward as a buffer, and if I see the hit, all I do is press X. So regardless, I'm pressing back forward. Back forward. There, I messed it up. There, I was too late. You have to be quite quick with it. There, I got it. So you have to, like, just really notice that hit. Very doable, very, very doable with practice. All right? Now, I've done this 20, 30 times in a row when I've done training sessions of just kind of trying to spot that hit. Now, the difficulty of this is, no matter how much I practiced it so far, and, you know, maybe things will change down the line, this is extremely difficult to do online. And let's face it, 90 to 95% of us will be doing a lot of our training online before we go to real tournaments, making this a really difficult option to hit confirm. So the only other option, which I still see a lot of Shao Kahn players doing, including Jackal, is just kind of go for the forward 3-4 and get that damage. Now, the problem with forward 3-4 is this leaves you at, on hit, leaves you at 4 frames of hit advantage. But you would think, okay, 4 frames, that means I could do another forward 3 afterwards, or I could do a jab. But the problem with a string is it leaves you quite far away, right? If I try to do a forward 3 from here, it's far too far, right? Obviously, jab, way too far. So my only other option, I could really just kind of go for a sweep, which honestly might be able to get jabbed out or reversal out because I'm still on. You know, so it's the options are much more limited. I kind of give give, what do I do, 77 damage, and I kind of let them out, right? So it kind of doesn't make Shao Kahn's grab game as good as it seems on Wake Up, right? Because it's either going to be this, it's either going to be sweep into a grab, or sweep into a forward 3. Now, it'd be amazing if the forward 3 we were able to hit confirm much easier into a hit. Now, that buff alone, like the thing about the special move is what I'm talking about is that you cannot special move cancel this, right? I can't do forward 3-4 into shoulder tackle. The one buff, like I was mentioning, that could make this character so much better is making forward 3-4 special move cancelable. If I was able to do forward 3-4 into a shoulder tackle, forward 3-4 into an overhead, even though the overhead would be punishable at that point if it was blocked, it would just open up a whole new level of pressure for Shao Kahn that would help him out a lot. I don't think it would make him the best character or anything. I think it would just help him stand with some of the top tiers a lot better. This is just my personal opinion, but believe me, it would change things dramatically, because then instead of having to buffer with a short window, all I have to do is hit confirm with one button. You know, I could see that a bit better, and the cancel window is so much longer. Even though, don't get me wrong, the special move cancel window off forward 3 is still pretty damn good. Way better than most moves. But this one, I got forever to hit confirm this, right? Like, with enough practice, any player, even if you have the worst reactions, you should be able to hit confirm off of that. So that would just make his pressure, like I said, very similar to everyone else's. Now, that is the one buff. All right, but the other buff I want to talk about, some people don't listen to some Shao Kahn players. Like, this doesn't need to be a mid. His normals and everything is fine. He's a great character in almost every other regard. The other buff that I would love to see, and there's a reason why you're facing against Scorpion here, is this Dark Priest. Now, the Dark Priest, Sonic Fox was talking in his tier list video of how good it is. The fact that, a grab is normally 14% damage. I do a grab, 14%. I do Dark Priest, it's going to be 20%. Pretty damn good. And obviously, it'll also buff all my combos. Even if I do, Dark Priest into just a generic mid-screen combo. It's going to do quite a bit, like a little bit more damage than usual. Now, Sonic and Coach Steve made it seem like this is really easy to pull off. Now, I'm going to do down, down, 1, and I'm going to hold block. Look how long until I'm actually able to block. Even if I'm full screen, I guarantee half the cast will punish me for this shit. There's no way I'm going to be able to get this out. And a lot of the setups, after a knockdown or whatnot, it's really difficult to do that after knockdown because it's so damn slow. This move needs to be a bit faster because it really opens up one of Shao Kahn's few easier crushing blow opportunities. A lot of his crushing blows are not really easy to pull off compared to most of the cast. Now, in comparison, you look at Scorpion. And I'm going to be a Scorpion right now. We're going to look at move list. What were we at? It was like 83 frames of recovery. Well, Burning Spear is 47 frames of recovery. Now, don't get me wrong. This is still mad punishable, right? If you were to see someone do this shit, like, on reaction, you have quite a bit of time to fucking react. But, full screen, Scorpion could totally just load that up. Which is awesome. It's really cool that he has that option to really load out full screen to get a little bit more damage. If the Dark Priest was a little bit more like that, I'm not saying it has to be just as fast as Scorpion's, it would help him out a lot. Because right now, I did like a little mental count. It's about 2.5 seconds before you can block. Yeah, 2 seconds and maybe a few frames. Or maybe just about 2 seconds. Where Scorpion's, I felt was about a second and a half, maybe second and a quarter. So, really big difference when we're talking about fighting game terms. But, again, I don't want you guys to think this is a video where Papa Bear is complaining about Shao Kahn. Like I mentioned, I think he's a blast to play. I don't think anything should stop you from playing this character. He's a great time. I think there's a lot of potential with him, but just one or two little buffs, I promise you, will not only make him that much more enjoyable to play, but will really help him stand with certain matchups. Because I think Shao Kahn, I think he gets shut down by quite a few matchups in this game, especially some of the zoners. Quite difficult to deal with, and if we could just make his pressure tools just a little bit better, it would help him out a lot. So, that's just me ranting for a little bit. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to drop me a like. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in the next one.